Hi there, this is Ranjit, and in this video, let's have a closer look at the Moto G60 that was just launched. Apart from this one, even the Moto G40 Fusion was launched. I don't have that, but let's have a look at this one. And this is a pretty interesting device, guys. And I know the pricing of this one. This comes only in one variant, guys. 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. And the pricing for this is 17,999. That's almost 18,000. But if you have an ICICI Bank card, you can get 1,500 discount. So works out to about 16,500. And for that price, I would say very good specs that we are having. As you can see, it has that 108 megapixel camera system. Then it also has a full HD plus screen with 120 hertz, and it's powered by the Snapdragon 732G processor. So let's have a closer look at the same now. And guys, this is sold, I believe, via Flipkart. So I'll leave the link in the description. So let's quickly open this up and have a look. Too many seals, actually, top, bottom, everywhere seals. Anyways, let's look at this one and see. So here we have it, and it highlights that 108 megapixel camera system. On the regular G40 Fusion, guys, it's a 64 megapixel that we are having. And again, case is pre-installed on this one. Motorola is doing this quite a bit on most of their smartphones, so I would suggest use it with the case. Back, this is the fingerprint, and we have a triple camera system, but it actually acts like a quad camera, guys, because the wide angle lens, that's 8 megapixel, also can do macro with autofocus. So it does a dual job. That's ultra wide as well as a macro lens. And again, we have that silly 2 megapixel. Anyways, front facing on this one is supposed to be 32 megapixel. And I just took that out easily. And let's see what do we get. Then we'll have a look at the handset. I'm not expecting that much these days with smartphones. So USB type A to USB type C cable. What is this? Oh, SIM ejector 2, that's it. And this charger is a 20 watt charger. That's Qualcomm Quick Charge 4 certified for this one. So at least we're getting that 20 watt. Earlier Motorola used to give 15 watt chargers, if I recall. So we are getting that, and this one has a massive 6000 milliamp hour battery. So let's have a closer look at the device itself. And as you can see, guys, this one is having a 6.8 inch screen. That's a full HD plus. And on the top, we have a 3.5mm headphone jack, a secondary noise cancellation microphone, and the back actually, guys, looks like that polycarbonate plastic kind of a back. So I would suggest use it with the case that is supplied, or get a different case. You do have a dedicated key for Google Assistant. Here is your volume rocker, and this is the power on off button. Again, it has slight pattern, so the power button, you can feel it just easily like this. This, as I've told you, is the fingerprint scanner. Bottom will be the speaker, your Type-C port. This is your main microphone, and the SIM tray is here. Let's have a look at this one. As I've told you, guys, as far as I know, this one comes only in one variant, 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. So as I expected, guys, this is having a hybrid slot. But you know, notice this rubber gasket is there, and this is a review note and reviewer's guide. It says it's a lot of splash proof. So this is what we have. And let me just power this on, guys, and actually let me set it up, and then we will continue. So guys, I have set up this device, so let's have a closer look at the same now. And guys, as you can see, this is a relatively large phone with a 6.8 inch screen. And again, the thing that I liked is, again, this is almost stock Android that you are getting. On the left, the Google pane, and up if you go, Google Apps. And so very close to stock Android experience, except some Motorola specific apps, and also FM radio was installed. I haven't installed any other app, guys, so this is what you get, except the speed test app, because I wanted to test the Wi-Fi performance. So this is what you are getting. Some of the stuff is installed like Facebook, etc., but you can uninstall it if you want. So very clean layout, guys. No ads, no stuff like that. And that's the beauty of the Motorola devices. No adware, no junkware. That is a big problem these days with mid-range Android phones. So that's what you're getting. Clean experience, and this is running on the Snapdragon 732G SoC. And guys, here are the specs for your reference. And again, I also like the fact that this one also is having NFC on this one, and also that FM radio and Bluetooth. It has Bluetooth 5, and this also has the Motorola's ThinkShield, which was introduced earlier. So even for corporate users or people who are doing work from home, security is important. That's a good thing. You can Google about ThinkShield if you want to know more. But here, if you go, you have some quick toggles. Again, very close to stock Android layout that you're getting. getting NFC is there. And if I go over here again, typical Android layout that you're getting, but the thing is that if you go to display, guys, and in advanced, I changed this. By default the display refresh rate was set to auto. I have set it to 120 Hertz. So yes, this one also has that fluid 120 Hertz, and again that is the reason it's very fluid in UI and stuff. So but you can go down to auto also. It says it will consume a little bit more battery with 120 Hertz, but this is having that 6000 milliamp hour battery. I don't think so that should be a worry. And if you go to about the phone, obviously it runs out of the box with Android 11 that you are getting with this one. And I checked with the Motorola guys, they said that this will definitely get the Android 12 update. And regarding Android security updates, they said that they will release it quarterly for this smartphone. And again, very clean UI that you are getting on this one. Also, let's see the speakers on this one. So let's just play some of the video. For example, if I just type my own, let's see what comes, and I'm going to increase the volume to max. Oh, Moto G ad in a Moto G video. And it's loud, guys. As you can see, it's loud. Let me skip this. Interruption from the future. And guys, as you can see, now I also got the Moto G40, and if you notice, it's almost identical to this G60 that we have. The big difference that I noticed is in terms of camera. The G60 had a 108 megapixel main sensor. This one is actually having a 64 megapixel, and front facing on the G40 is actually a 16 megapixel, whereas it's actually 32 megapixel on the G60. The G40 Fusion pricing is also a little bit different. The base variant comes with 4 gigabytes of RAM and 64 GB of storage. There's also one more variant that comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Pricing for the 4 gigabyte is 14,000, and for the 6 gigabyte RAM variant is 16,000, but you get that ICICI card offer if you're using that 1,000 rupees discount. Let me also show you the storage that you get. Apart from that speed test app, I didn't install anything. So roughly out of that 128 gigabytes, about 112 gigabytes will be free for your use. So that's what we have. And battery, guys, as I've told you, this one is having that massive 6000 milliamp hour battery, and with the Snapdragon 732G, battery life should not be an issue. I would say easily you should get about 1.5 to almost 2 days worth of battery life on the smartphone. Let's also check the fingerprint scanner. It's here and it is fairly responsive, guys. Takes about quarter of a second once you touch it. It's not instant, takes about quarter of a second. But yeah, it is reliable. It's working almost every time we do that. But the thing to note is that I feel the fingerprint scanner should have been here. I have to stretch my finger a little bit. It naturally goes over here. It's here. But that's what I have noticed. So this is the camera interface that we have. And this is 1x, and this is that wide angle. And this is the macro. Let me see the macro, because they claim it has autofocus. So yes, as you can see how clear it became, and that is because of the autofocusing stuff. So nice to see they are like introducing cool stuff with that. And front facing, again, you have for a lot of modes also with this one. Front facing is supposed to be 32 megapixel, so that's the 32 megapixel camera. And again, we have all the modes like portrait, etc. also here, so you can enable it night vision and all those things. So let me do one thing. Let me actually take some sample shots so that you get a better idea regarding the camera. So these samples were taken with the rare 108 megapixel camera, and as you can see in outdoor shots they came out really good, but the macro, this was taken in macro, does an incredible shot. Just to give you an idea, this was the regular shot and this is what I got with the macro. Amazing results. Again, to give you an example, regular shot, and this was with the macro. One more example, this was the regular shot and macro. So macro really makes a difference in this camera. Now this was regular shot and this was that ultra wide. I like that there's no color distortion in ultra wide. Now moving to human subjects, also as you can see they were produced very well. This was bokeh mode and this was with that ultra wide lens. Again, one more example, regular shot, and this was with ultra wide lens. Now moving to completely artificial lighting in my office, here also the camera performed actually pretty well, as you can see with these samples. Now moving to human subjects in completely artificial lighting conditions, here also as you can see it is actually doing a pretty good job with the skin tones, considering these are taken in completely artificial lighting. Now these were taken with the front facing camera, that's a 32 megapixel, and as you can see outdoors it's doing a good job. And these are the samples taken in completely artificial lighting in my office. Recording this video with the front facing camera of this Moto G60, and the audio is also being recorded via the same. So this is what you can expect with the front facing camera. That's a 32 megapixel on this G60. And guys, we also have this dual capture mode where it captures the video from the rear facing as well as the front facing camera. So here is a quick sample for the same. We can also record the video from the wide angle lens, and here is a quick sample for the same. So guys, as you saw, the camera performance was also pretty good with this Moto G60. So you might be asking, what do I feel about these smartphones now, as I even have the Moto G40 Fusion with me. First, let's talk about the Moto G40 Fusion, because I feel the pricing of this one is very aggressive. And as far as I recall, this would be the most aggressive priced smartphone that comes with the Snapdragon 732G SoC. The retail price for the base variant is about 14,000. But as I've told you, you can use the ICC card and get a discount of about 1,000 rupees on the Fusion. So it works out to about 13,000. And for that price, I would say it's a very good deal. You're getting that stock Android experience without any ads and stuff. The same 6,000 milliamp hour battery and the Snapdragon 730G. And the camera is also pretty decent on this one. So I feel it's a very good value smartphone. But if you can up your budget a little bit, then I feel the Moto G60 is a very good smartphone overall, I would say, and it has that great camera. As you saw, the camera samples were also very good. So if you're looking for a smartphone with a good processor, great battery life and camera, you can certainly have a look at the G60. And I like the fact that though the retail price of this one is almost about 18,000, but as of now, if you apply that ICICI card, you can get a 1,500 discount on this G60, and it works out to about 16,500. So I feel it's a very good deal. But what do you guys think about both this Moto G40 Fusion and this G60? Do let me know in the comment section below. Anyways guys, if you are still not subscribed to the YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button. And guys, that's it for now. Take care. Catch you later.